sort of areas that are expecting to get the best chance of seeing the moon tonight, but we need to get that rain out of the way first. It's still hanging around, so at the moment across southwest Scotland down through Wales, that's where some of the heaviest rain is, so further problems with localised flooding and some pretty awful conditions on the roads as well. The rain moved on reasonably well across Northern Ireland, but it has got stuck now from the southwest of England up through Wales, up into central and western Scotland, and it's going to take a while, I think, to move on through this afternoon. So still some dry weather to be found across the extreme southeast, but that's not going to last all that long. Here, pretty cold and windy too, with gales coming in from the south. We've got problems further north with snow falling across the Scottish mountains and even down to lower levels here. That should gradually ease away towards the east through this evening. That's when we start to see that heavier rain arriving across the southeast of England, but some clearer skies by then beginning to come in further to the west. Once we've got that band of rain out of the way, another one to come, I'm afraid. If we watch this area of low pressure out to the west, comes in, deepening all the while through tonight and into tomorrow. Lots of isobars there, so it's not just heavy rain, but also strong winds that we're going to have problems with, I think, particularly later on Thursday, through Thursday night and into the early part of Friday. Could see gusts in some areas up as high as 70 or 80 miles an hour, and it's going to rain heavily in the same sort of areas that have seen that heavy rain during today. Fairly mild direction, so those strong winds for the next couple of days at least, but always fairly strong, as you can see. Then eventually, through the Christmas weekend, going round to more of a northwesterly direction, so perhaps turning a little bit cooler as we go through into the early part of next week. Back to tonight, though, and there's that rain band hanging around across the southeast for a while, through towards midnight. Clearer skies further to the northwest, a fair number of showers, though, packing in across the west of Scotland and into Northern Ireland, but eventually there's that rain clearing away from the southeast. Quite chilly over eastern Scotland, temperatures down to around freezing. There's a chance of one or two icy patches elsewhere across the central areas as skies gradually clear. It's been unusually cold across in the Middle East. Temperatures went down to -2 in Damascus during last night. Looks like a new record low for this time of the year. Further in towards the Mediterranean, though, heavy rain that's falling. 44 millimetres recorded in just 36 hours in southern Greece. All down to this area of low pressure, so they're not the only ones getting the heavy rain just at the moment. That's going to work its way just a bit further eastwards over the next couple of days. High pressure keeping it settled, but pretty chilly across many parts of Central Europe. Iberia too looks like hanging on to a fair amount of dry weather. The best of dry weather tomorrow, though, for our part of the world is going to be in the east, I think, but probably staying dry here for most of daylight hours. There's that cloud and rain, so picking up in the west. The gales also picking up, severe gales in many areas by the end of the day. That'll move through fairly smartly, though, as we move into Christmas Eve. Another weather system beginning to push in from the west. That'll eventually bring some rain in, but if you're travelling during Christmas Eve, it doesn't look too bad, I think. Also, it will be rather breezy. Christmas Day itself, the only chance of snow up over the Scottish mountains. Bye for now.